Hello, I'm Ann Keeler Evans. The priestess and peacemaker is in with a reading on the dark of the moon using the Major Arcana deck from my Peacemaker's Tarot for the 21st century. Each night, I draw one card asking us to think differently about furthering our journey on the peace path. Night 1 is the final night of the moon just completed. We exhale the burden of those things it is time to release. Night 2, I celebrate as the complete absence of the moon's light invites us to ruminate on the wisdom of that night's draw. Night 3 is our opportunity to recommit to the moon ahead. Following these 3 readings, I offer a consolidation reading, reviewing the arc and possibilities of these 3 cards. How will you adjust your course from this reading?
Hello, my friends, and it's the third night of the dark of the moon, and it is the first night of the new moon, which I am calling the moon of the ancestors. And this is the night of all saints, of all those called home, and this is the night of big celebrations, and these have always happened at this time. This is a new season. It is technically or at least in the Celtic traditions, this is the beginning of winter. And then we go to the 21st of December, which is the middle of winter. And then the end of winter happens not when spring starts, but on the 1st of February. So we're going to see the weather change and things will get cooler and darker. It's my grumpiest time of year. I really hate it when the sun gets up after I do. And when I'm working at the hospital, it often gets up a lot after I do, which I think is horrible. Horrible. But so the R is recommitting, recommencing. And the card that was picked today is science. And science is a little different and it's interesting, I'm not sure we've had this yet in any of the readings I've done. Too many consider scientists orderly nerds rather than visionary seekers, and miss that librarians are those making daring associations. Science is a marvel requiring you to think both inside and around the box, as well in ways that have nothing to do with boxes. Science contains all mysteries and all order. Scientific thinking broadens possibilities and narrows objections. Consider the future with awe, bringing that awe to peace. And there's a hint about why science was here. Consider that future with awe. Bring that awe to peace. So we have as always, there's a Mobius that works here, and there's order and mystery. And order is really, how are things connected? How are they organized? How can they be categorized so they can be found and studied? How do you fit the wonders into the fields of study and organization so that others can begin to take them in and can make assumptions about something that works somewhere else in the world? And then we move to mystery, and it's a way of knowing there is more and being open to that more being very different from anything you expect. Success, however small, teaches you to keep searching, keep adventuring. And, I just listened to something by Neil deGrasse Tyson, just a little bitty thing. But they're now thinking that maybe wormholes are structures and they sit on top of each other and they are part of a larger structure. I mean, it's just, when I grew up, that wasn't what a wormhole was. When I was a little girl. And so here we are, experimenting, looking beyond, but recommitting to a world that has been enriched by those we love. And we often think of this time as time that we are grieving because those dead ones have passed on. But the fact is, we had them in our lives. We have their laughter. We have their stories. We can hear them in my head. I don't talk to my sister any less now, and she's been gone 13 years than I did before. I just don't have to use a phone. Or any of my family members. So, yeah. So, as we recommit, let's think about what is the order and what is the mystery. And that's what we're going to have to look for as we move through this time around the election. And I know you're going to. If you're following me, I know you're voting, but let me remind you anyway. But fascinating. New discoveries ahead for us. And I'll see you with a compilation tomorrow.
Find out more about me at annkeelerevans.org. Support me at patreon.com, Ann Keeler Evans. Following the moon is a lovely way to measure and celebrate life's beauty and bounty. Please join me. Salam, shalom, peace, and blessed be.